Oh yeah, to come to the stream whenever you get a chance to. It's something that that I do for fun, especially when I have free time and the streamer. I'll let you look at into him later on. But anyway, here's is the video I was telling you about.
Hmm.
It's less than a minute, and I want to hear your reaction to it. And for the viewers at home, I'll give you a link to that so you can see it yourself. So anyway, here it is right now. I want to see your reaction to this. This is money, man.
What is this?
My mind's telling me no.
Funny. Told you not to use Tryke.
But
Oh god, that song.
say that
he looks really pissed off.
Well, yeah, because he had the match won and then he just lost.
Bible thump. Oh, that Twitch emote.
Oh my god, that is comedy gold. I'm telling you.
That is pretty funny.
But but yeah, but yeah, that's the guy that I go to when I hang out at Twitch to play Mario Kart 8. That is it's so fun. And in fact, that's what you're really supposed to have is to have fun with it.
Have fun with your Twitch. That's pretty much generally how it is. I got you. That's pretty cool though. I'd have to check them out at some point when I have time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Let's see, other stuff we were talking about. Man, we're running out of stuff to talk about.
I know. We've been going on for like an hour and a half now.
Actually, closing in on 2 hours, actually.
Oh.
Uh,
Yikes.
oh, but, oh, of course, I do a wrestling series. In fact, that's what I've been doing ever since the very start. I even went so far as to make a character review, and I don't even know if you ever saw it.
Oh, I did. I got the little pink shirt and the little bowl haircut now.
Yeah, I just made it look the way that you looked when I first met you on the podcast because I saw
Yeah.
you and I was like, okay, that's what you look like. And then I put a pink shirt on because your icon at the time had a girl with pink hair, and I was like, okay, I'll put pink on you.
Oh, yeah, that was right. I had that image for a while until I changed it to my new one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've had that for quite some time now. I wanted to go back to it at one point for like a throwback, but yeah, I really like that picture a lot. I like to have that specific character represent me just because I like that character a lot. So,
Definitely.
so yeah.
But no, seriously, what did you think when you saw yourself, more or less?
I thought to myself, if that was me in the wrestling business, I'd probably be kicking a lot of ass.
Yeah, and believe it or not, and I don't know if you've watched far enough, but if you haven't, I guess I might as well tell you. It's no real secret. Believe it or not, you actually won a #1 contender match for the world title.
Oh shit! And did I get the title?
Well, that you have to watch. In fact, the last Super Show that I did, and it's kind of like a pay-per-view, but you're not really paying for it. But the last one that I did was SummerSlam, and that was the one that you were on.
Oh shit. Hmm.
It's in my playlist. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Huh. I'll have to look at that at some point. But yeah, that's pretty cool though. I thank you for that.
I mean, of course, there's LP Grotus, but I don't know if you saw him.
If he's not a frog, I swear to God.
Well, it's mainly just it's like him, but with green hair.
Close enough.
I just thought, you know what? I mean, yeah, he has a mustache and facial hair, but when I try to do it, it just doesn't look right along with green hair. So I was like, he doesn't need it. It's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't have long hair anymore, unfortunately. So
Well, I kept his.
yeah,
Well, the character, I mean.
yeah, I gotcha. But that's pretty cool though. I never like ever thought to myself, I wonder what I'd look like in a video game.
Mm,
So it's
yeah.
always nice.
And then I think I also had, of all people, Prince Mario in it. I
Hmm,
actually had him in there.
that's cool.
Um, but I had him as the villain, actually. But I'm not going to go too far into it. But he actually plays the role well. In fact, when I told him about it, he was like, "Wow, thank you for putting me on." No, he seriously, he actually liked it that much that I made him look like an actual prince.
Yeah, you can always do that with character creations. Always kind of fit who they are, so makes sense. That's pretty cool, though. I'm trying
I
to
mean,
think.
any wrestling games that you grew up playing with,
The
like the old ones at
Yeah,
least.
I'm trying to think. I remember playing a lot of the N64 ones, like No Mercy. Um, Even the WWF. There's a few WWF games I enjoyed on there. Um, let's see. There's a PlayStation one I played a lot, which was SmackDown 2 Know Your Role.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I love that game. That was fun.
yeah. I also really liked. God, what is it?
Here Comes the Pain.
No, it was a GameCube game.
Oh, Day of Reckoning.
Day of Reckoning, yes. Day of Reckoning 1 and 2, I really enjoyed. WrestleMania 19 was pretty fun. So was 18. Oh, like, I loved the older wrestling games. And, of course, being me, because I always loved Chris Benoit, which, I mean, rip, he's dead now. And some controversial things happened with him, but I still like him as a wrestler. He was my main character. He was, like, he's Canadian. He was, like the lacrosse face. He's just a fun character to play as, and he was always an enjoyable wrestler to watch. I always played him in whatever game that I could play him in. So
Hmm.
yeah,
In fact,
it was either him or Sting.
Sting is awesome. I like.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's too bad. Well, actually, no. WWE 2K14 was the game that first introduced Sting in a WWE game. But and as much as I like Sting, I think that what stood out as far as Benoit was concerned was the fact that was his theme song.
Yeah, it's an Our Lady Peace song, and I'm a huge fan of Our Lady Peace, which I actually never acknowledged because I'm an idiot and didn't even realize that. But yeah, Our Lady Peace, really freaking great band. But they did his theme. Well, it's not really they did his theme. They used one of their songs as his theme for like ever,
Until
and
his
it's
death, yeah.
yeah, it's very memorable song. And yeah, that theme, man, it's every time you hear that. Oh, apologize.
Yeah, the guitar riff for that song, da 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 da.
Yeah.
That song, I really like that one. Although some people did like, was it freestyle? You know how they put different lyrics in the song that otherwise doesn't have them.
Mhm.
Like for example, for Chris Benoit's song, this one guy did this. This is what they did, so I would never do this otherwise. Gonna kill my wife and my son.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, I know it was horrible. It's horrible because I don't know whether to laugh or cry, man. I really
Yeah.
think that if Benoit hadn't died, WWE wouldn't be where it is right now. But then again, actually, I don't even know if that was the case. Even if he was alive, I don't know if his existence would even change much, if anything, about what the WWE is doing these days. It's like I kind of lost interest. In fact, I lost interest quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know. I haven't really followed wrestling all that much. I was following NXT for a little bit when Neville was a thing, and like I love watching high flyers. And when he became like a thing to watch, I actually started watching NXT just for him because he was always on there. And now he's on the official roster, and they freaking murked him really bad though, and I didn't like that. So you don't see him doing the red arrow all that often anymore. And
Yeah, that's the problem with WWE. They don't let the guys be themselves. You know, that's the problem. They don't let the guys be themselves. Like, I mean, if you need to give them a character, give them a character. But if they want to be themselves, let them be themselves. It's like, for example, if you go back to like 1996, for example, when Vader made his debut for the WWE, when it was known as the World Wrestling Federation, and Mr. McMahon, or Vince McMahon, it was rumored that he wanted to call Vader the Mastodon, but you know, at the time, you know, Vince McMahon was in direct competition with WCW, so he really didn't have much of a say in the sense that, you know, Vader, it was at that time an established name, so it was like there wasn't really much that McMahon could do about it because, you know, he needed as much help as he needed at that time. Whereas nowadays, guys are not really themselves as much, except maybe John Cena and Randy Orton, but those are just the exceptional few. And when I do my wrestling series, I want like your character, rather, I should say, excuse me, to be yourself, because you're MoogleMaster. You're not just some random guy that I put in there for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's being good on the mic, especially on WWE standards, means like you have to be a jackass, you have to be confrontational, you have to be a good speaker, you know, things like that.
Exactly, and it's sad that people are not as original anymore, and the ones that you do have, some are good, others not that much.
Yeah.
Like Bray Wyatt, I do like his mic work, because he does kind of get me to, you know, get very, very mad, especially like you get the logic in what he's doing, but at the same time you realize it's still wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much more I could really say about wrestling other than, yeah, like,
Not as good as it used to be, I will say that.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, like, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Chris Benoit.
Oh, yeah, I should have realized that.
Yeah, I always liked Chris Benoit. I always liked Triple H and Sting.
Triple H, awesome. Triple H,
Yeah.
he was awesome, like, then. Maybe not so much now, but then he was amazing. And Sting, sadly, I never got to see much of Sting except for Total Nonstop Action Wrestling.
Yeah, I also like the Dudley Boys a lot.
Oh, yeah, in fact, they actually made a return.
Yep, they came back and apparently they beat New Day, which is pretty cool. I thought that was pretty awesome.
In fact, I know some people started watching it again just because of the Dudley Boys, because, come on, they're so over. And that's the problem, is that they were over at a time when they could be themselves, and most guys are not themselves, but the only reason Vince McMahon lets them be themselves is because they're already made.
Yeah.
It's like he figures, well, okay, they're already made, I don't need to do much with them. They can take care of themselves. Like, I guess it's kind of like Vince always puts handicaps on people unless he is absolutely sure that you can get the job done. That's kind of like the way I see it. It's like, you know, at some point you have to give a lot more leeway than you're actually giving. Storyline wise, I mean.
Yeah.
But that's
I
all.
gotcha.
But really, that's all I have to say about it. I don't like to beat around the bush,
Yeah.
beat that down to a bloody pulp. But
Yeah. Is there anything we want to squash before we wrap this up?
well, let's see.